my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing this autumnal makeup routine for you guys today. I know it has been autumn for quite a few days now. Autumn is starting to set in here, so I thought now would be the perfect time to do a makeup tutorial for you guys. I really wanted to do it as soon as it hit September, but it was just way too hot to think about doing those sort of things, so yeah. I'm going to get on to the rest of the video now, and if you enjoy this makeup tutorial, then please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always I will see you in my next one. Bye. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place All Day foundation. I'm going to be going in with the MAC Pro Long Wear Concealer. And then just to set underneath my eyes with the concealer, I'm going to be using this Pure Colour translucent baking powder, and this one is actually from New Look. So I'm just applying the excess powder onto the beauty blender like that, and I'm just going to be applying it where I put my highlight concealer just to set it and prevent any creasing. It was something like $4.99. This one is pretty popular. It does bounce in and out of stock quite a lot, but if you do keep checking the website, you're more likely to get it on there than in store. But I am a big fan of it. It does really work, and it saves you a lot of money as well going out buying a higher end powder. So I'm just going to be using this. Really messy. You kind of feel like you're inhaling it a little bit. So if you are considering getting this, it's an amazing product, but just be careful that you don't get it all over your clothes, because it's all down me. It doesn't matter how careful you are with it, it does go everywhere. And next up, I am going to be going in with my contour and highlighting kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade light to medium. So you guys have seen me contour a lot of times, and you know my routine pretty well. But this palette is pretty expensive, so I'm going to be making the most out of it and using it quite a lot. So I'm just taking one of these little fluffy brushes, and I'm going to be applying the middle shade, which is shade Fawn. I've got quite pale skin on my face, so the middle shade Fawn is absolutely perfect for bronzing for my skin. It's not too dark, but it does do a really nice contour. It's the perfect shade. So if you have got pale skin and you're a little bit worried that it's going to come out a little bit too dark, because some contour kits I know are quite dark, then this one I think you'll be fine with. You would have noticed if you've watched quite a lot of my tutorials, I do tend to use quite a lot of the same brushes. I'm not made of money. And that is because I'm just like you guys. I do like to go out and get some brushes. That is normally one of the first things that I like to go and buy. The better tools that you have to apply your makeup with, the better results you're going to see, and you won't have to actually spend a lot of money on buying makeup itself, and it will just look better with what you've bought to apply it with. So that is why I made the big investment in getting the beauty blender. But they are actually a lot cheaper now than when I first got mine. I'm going to be applying the same shade, which is shade Fawn, on the nose, just down the middle of the nose, both sides, to contour and make it look a little bit thinner. I like to just turn it to the side and remove any harsh lines. And I've actually found that contouring the nose does really work, and it just makes your face look a lot more framed and more defined, which is what we want. Now we've finished with our contouring, and this is the base of it anyways. We're going to dust off the excess translucent powder that we applied earlier, and I'm just taking a plain fluffy brush. You can also take a little bit of bronzer underneath the jawline and on the forehead as well, which is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going back in with this fluffy brush again, taking the exact same shade and just doing the outskirts. That's what I really love about this palette as well, is you can use the different shades in the contour kit to give it more of a defined look. But where this is daytime, I'm just doing sort of like a light dusting. And yeah, you don't want it to be too much. Of course you can do however much you want to, But for this look I am keeping it pretty natural like I said, but there are 2 other shades in there which are pretty dark, so if you do want to make it more defined, if you're going out, there's shades in there suitable for that. I'm using this one by Morphe, which is 35K Coffee, and this one is really popular, also from Beauty Bay, but it's so cheap. It's something like £19.50 or something like that, but everything will be linked down below that I mentioned. But this palette is absolutely gorgeous because it's got the most versatile shades in there. You've got from blues to sort of tans to naturals to shimmers. It's absolutely perfect. So the first shade I'm going to be going in with is this gorgeous tan shade, and I'm using the Morphe brush in M330, which is just a Morphe crease brush for the eyes, and I'm just using this as a basic transition shade. We're just working this particular shade into the crease in circular motions just to get rid of any harsh lines before we start, and this is going to be the base of our makeup look. And once you're happy that's all blended out, we can move on to the next shade. I'm going to be taking more of the red shade. I'm just going to be using this one here. It is pretty dark, but we're going to be using it very lightly in the crease. Really, you only want to focus this in the crease and on the outer half of the eye. Try and avoid going more than halfway past your eyebrow, and then it should just sort of fluff out on its own. I like to blend mine out quite a lot because I really hate harsh lines, but this seems to do the trick pretty well. So just keep blending until you feel that you're happy with it, and then it should look a little something like this. Now we've finished up with doing both of that on the eyes, I'm going to be taking kind of like a browny, chocolatey shade and a slightly red shade as well, just on this flat thin brush, and we're going to make sort of a cut crease look in the eye, and this is going to be more for a precise application. You can retake this plain brush, and it's the same brush that we used before to apply the other parts, and we're just going to blend this out in circular motions. Then I'm going to be going back in with this flat brush again, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be highlighting the fronts of our eyelids just here, and where they are pretty plain we're going to be highlighting it with the white shade right here. Looking like at the moment, but just to make sure that the highlight hasn't washed out any of the colour that we've put on, I'm just going to be going back in with this red shade here. If you are kind of new to doing makeup, or you're wanting to kind of learn how to do intricate eye makeup, I would say always take less than you think you're going to need, purely because it's so much easier to build up a product than take it off again. I know with these looks they can be quite dramatic, and that might make you think that you need a lot of product on there, but these products are really pigmented and they are really easy to work with if you know how to. So my tip to you would be just take less. Less is always more, and you can always come back to it and build it up as I am doing, as I'm not applying it all at once. And then this is how you kind of get the detailed effect. It doesn't take you long, but you just got to be prepared to sort of be blending it out quite a lot, and yeah, you'll get the results that you want. With this gorgeous golden shimmery colour, and this is going to go where we've applied our white. So the white was the base. And then I'm just going to be using this brush just to dust over any parts that I feel could do with a little bit more pigment, and I'm going to be also using it to put a little bit of the same shade in my tear ducts as well, just to brighten things up. So this is what the top of the eye is looking like at the moment. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other eye, and I'll be right back. And I've kind of gone for these bronzy golden shades because they just really make blue eyes pop. I mean, I'm sure if you've got other shades as well, so like hazel and browns, they would look absolutely incredible. And for blue eyes, I know that one combination in particular is like a browny rose gold. I'm going to be going in with this gorgeous tan shade here, and I'm just lightly applying that on my brush, and I'm going to be using that underneath the eyes, and then we can move on to mascara. Going to be taking this shimmery shade to highlight the brow bone, and then that is pretty much the eye makeup done. It's time for mascara, so I'm going to be going in with my favourite one from YSL Beauty, and this is the Baby Doll Mascara in black. So I'm just going to quickly apply this to my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've applied my mascara, and I'm just going to wait for it to dry and set before I go ahead and curl my lashes with the eyelash curler. But while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to be going in with a highlight, and I've actually just bought this highlighter. It's the Mary Lou by The Balm, and this is what it looks like. It comes in this cute little packet here, and I was actually waiting for it to arrive so I could film this video for you guys. So I'm just going to be taking this fluffy angled brush to dip into the product. It's supposed to be really pigmented, but it's not too shimmery. It's just one has had a lot of good reviews, and a lot of people use this, so I was interested to try it out. So yeah, I went ahead and bought this one. Yeah, I like this one. How much this was originally, but as I said, I did pick it up for quite a lot cheaper than the original price. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but everything will be listed down below for you guys. I'm just going to be using this curler. I believe I picked this up from Wilkinson's years ago. For lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Suede liquid lipsticks, and I'd heard so much about these, and I just really wanted to try them out. So again, this came with a Mary Lou powder, and I was just kind of waiting for this to complete the look. And yeah, so this is in the shade Vintage, and I'm going to be applying this right now.